Welcome home, Brave Heroes. I'm Ash, this is HeroQuest, and today we are sharing information about the Advanced Armory 2nd Edition crowdfund campaign on Backer Kit. This is a second printing of the Advanced Armory, and that is an independent expansion compatible with our favorite 5-player adventure RPG board games. I have a video unboxing and giving an overview of the complete set that I received, complete deck. I mean, it's still a blind package you open and there's a lot of random stuff inside, but I did the entire deck that I received and a few adjacent products. So I'll put a link to that video in the description below for you to check out. And note, in that video, I say that we'll play HeroQuest using the Advanced Armory deck because it suits it very well. That's a promise I still intend to keep. I haven't done it yet, don't judge me. So the Advanced Armory 2nd Edition is a product from Flashhammer Creative Studios. They have already put out the previous run of Advanced Armory, so this is something that will definitely happen when it is funded. There's not going to be anything here that is leaving us wanting. The Armory is a 234 card deck packed with equipment and artifacts. The deck has been designed primarily with newbies, casual gamers, younger gamers, and all manner of visual learners in mind. At the same time, veteran heroes will find everything they might need or could want. We have done our best to provide a significantly wider variety of equipment and a much more satisfying hero advancement experience for most types of players. 2nd edition is the standard format, which means it retains all the original game mechanics of the original with minimal refinement. I'm going to put a link to this page in the description below, by the way, but this is a bit early in its development. There are things that are still a work in progress. So I'm taking this information and sharing it with you, but I want you to be cognizant that when you visit this, some of this may have changed. And I would say definitely it will have changed for the better, but there will be some details here and there that you may notice changing over time. Our primary goal is to fund a production run of the Armory 2E standard deck in both English and Spanish. Any additional support beyond that will allow us to produce more of our decks. What other decks, you ask? Well, the Alchemist Shop, the Treasure decks, and the Dreadning decks. Alchemist Shop was our original offering. This 139 deck contains 43 unique potions and enough copies of each to comfortably supply a 5-player gaming group for a long campaign of epic questing. Loot the Room is an 86-card deck that includes treasures, traps, hazards, and monsters. And the Dreadning is an 80-card deck stacked with new ways for you to torment your do-gooding players with. Finally, some love for the Game Masters and Evil Wizards. I have also a video on the Dreadning deck. It looks like they've really changed the art on these. I really like the original art and the way that it was presented. This is a pretty cool art style too, though. This is really neat how they've presented the monsters superimposed over the text like this. Yet still a part of the background. That's cool. Very cool. We want to produce each deck in both English and Spanish versions. Once we've accomplished this tremendous feat, there is more to offer our heroic party of backers. The Dungeon Hazard Tiles. These are made to order and available immediately. There are 94 pieces and they are $30 USD. From the Game Crafter, they're made to order. And Armory Masterclass expansion, added to all Armory 2nd Edition standard decks for free once unlocked. So that's a stretch goal. Party bonus, a free add-on. Softcover guidebook, a hardcover premium guidebook, and even more we can show the party along the way. So keep an eye on this page and check back from time to time to see what's being unlocked. Certainly there will be emails sent out for all of the people who are following it. I'm going to back this because I think that this is a fantastic thing. I've supported this in the past. I want to support it again. The pledge levels are NPC, which is a $1 tier, $45 hero tier. This will give you an Armory 2nd Edition deck, and that's a big deck. Again, that's the 234 cards. Any freebies unlocked during the campaign, a free digital PDF download of the guidebook, and you will be credited in the guidebook, the physical publishing of the guidebook, I would say. Artificer, sorry, I'm all over the place this morning, is a $60 tier with limited spots. Help design a custom card just for you or your party. And then you get all the stuff from the previous tiers. So that's pretty interesting. That's something that anytime I get a chance to put my original character into a product that's coming out that lots and lots of people could see, it's really, really tempting to do that for me. Anyways, something I wanted to show you is that we have a link in the page here that takes us to the online gallery showcasing all of the standard deck from the Armory and from the other decks available from this maker. So we have Armory, second edition standard. They're actually being extremely transparent about the contents of the deck. So you get to see all of the things that are here. They did say that they were cutting down on bloat, but it still looks like they have a lot of identical weapons. Mechanically identical. They're presented here visually independent, like different, because they wanted to give you a way to sort of role play your character. Or if you came across a card that was the exact same as yours, like same weapon, like these 3 daggers are exactly the same in every way except the visual, you might like this one on the left best because perhaps you are playing a Far Eastern ninja type character or something, and you'd like to roleplay that better with a card that suits your style. But you have this dagger, so you might trade. You might offer to trade your dagger card with your fellow player who might like the dagger that you have better than what they have for their character. And so we've got some options that open up here for people being able to trade cards, or just being excited that they get a different kind of card for their character. Imagine you're going through a dungeon and you've already got a short sword and you find this Gladius, which works with your, I don't know, pit fighter type character in the game that you're playing, and you're so excited because you already have the short sword. You're not gaining anything, but to be able to exchange it for a Gladius or, you know, sell off the short sword, it's a different feeling than finding the exact same weapon over and over again in different chests throughout a dungeon. So that's a really cool feature of this deck. And we also still get our epic rares in here, the Cold Iron Dagger, Cold Iron Short Sword. These prefixes, the Cold Iron, these suggest certain buffs that this weapon will have, certain traits, and that'll be explained in the rulebook. There are a couple of others that you'll see in this presentation as well. As we go down, we have Dwarven materials. We have, oh, I know, where is it? Where's my favorite one? We have Elven-made materials. It's a part of the Artificer's Guild deck, but it's Bloodsteel. I love Bloodsteel. Bloodsteel is so cool. And there's Shadow Steel as well. All of these cards, these in particular, have such awesome art. And we've got some gag stuff in here too, like the Dueling Scarf and the Pumpkin Head. Once per quest, you may trick a monster within line of sight into giving you a treat. Draw 1 treasure card. I love that so much. So just back to the cards, as you'll see in the presentation video that I did on the physical edition of the Armory deck that I received, all of these have all of the information you could possibly want on them, and all of this stuff is detailed in the rulebook, but you can easily homebrew your own rules. You can interpret these for different games that you want to play, and the creator was very open about, hey, you can also just use these any way you want. The stuff on the card could just be suggestions to give you sort of a fundamental flying off point. You do see that we have, like, for the flail here, 2 skulls, and that's pretty obvious that that's going to mean, you know, you roll 2 attack dice. And we have what could mean melee weapon, one-handed. We've got no other traits in the other boxes for this weapon, and it looks like we're able to attack in any square that surrounds the hero, orthogonally or diagonally. We also have what could be a buy price, what could be a sell price. And again, that'll be outlined in the rulebook, but you'll be able to make use of this number in other ways as well. So this opens up all kinds of homebrewing opportunities for you hero questers out there. There's something I forgot to look at. Armory does actually come with companions. So this companion is an actual just character. 10 movement, 3 attack, 2 defense, 5 body, 1 mind, 3 skulls, claws, and teeth. Can attack all around it. That's the Tundra Wolf. There's also the Glade Wolf with the exact same stats, except B4 instead of B5. Everything else, and a little bit more movement. A little bit more movement, accustomed to running over and through the woods and valleys and forests. So awesome stuff there. Awesome stuff. You can also see all of the gallery images for the, again, Artificer's Guild and the Alchemist shop, I believe. Yep, you can see the Dreadning deck as well. So just taking a really quick look at the upgrades made to the art of the Dreadning deck. Blackwater Cultists, Goblin Cutpurse, Nightmare Undead. These allow your evil wizard player to draw a card and apply the effects of the card to the entire scenario, the entire dungeon. So we have a ton of ways that These could really challenge your heroes. And again, you can change this to be a little bit more homebrewable. Bend these to your own rules. I love the dungeon is alive. The dungeon is alive! The dungeon itself is alive, so you must go willingly into its jaws to defeat it. All doors in this dungeon are mimics. They must be defeated before they will open. That is such an awesome, awesome card. And then you actually have boss cards as well, so you actually get monster cards with this new edition of the Dreadening deck. And skill cards. Skill cards as well for the monsters. That's great. All right, guys. Hope you look forward to it like I do. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Comment anything you'd like in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, as always, have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.